spent the majority of my life in rural North Carolina. I never knew that we didn't have a lot of money. Both of my parents worked one job, two jobs. My mom sometimes worked three. There was a lot of divorce and shuffle and move here and move there, and there was never much conversation about what I would do after high school. I had Isabel at 22. I think at the time I had no idea how young I was. I thought I knew it all.
It's pretty easy to throw your hands up and go, these are the cards I'm dealt, let me just sit here. What makes her different is that she's not going to accept it.
I just need a little part-time job and I'll be fine.
If I see anything that comes up, I will definitely pass it.
I can't move Isabel again. It's just too much for her. Just gonna do what I always do, just try to find a way to make the ends meet. That's all I can do. When I started going back to Fayetteville Tech, I had just lost my job at a law firm. I really didn't feel any connection here except for Miss Nelson's office.
I provided the avenue to get to Chapel Hill. She made it happen. She made it happen.
You know, the reason that it took me so long to get to where I am now at UNC is because I just didn't know how. I was basically going through the motions. I was just blind.
Without C-STEP, it would almost be impossible.
If I listed all the people at UNC and at the community colleges that supported me and were my infrastructure, we'd be here all day.
It's about you making your world whatever you want it to be.
Crybaby. I remember the day she called me to tell me that she got accepted by Carolina. I almost had a stroke.
It's my class ring.
That is so pretty.
I was trying to surprise you. There are the traditional students who are 18, graduate from high school, and they go straight to college. And then you have an even smaller population of students at UNC that are non-traditional students, like myself, who experience some gap years. They've been in the workforce in some capacity. They do have some education.
She's smart, she's driven, she's a very self-motivated woman, and she's got a little girl to provide for. That always spurs us on.
My hope is that she will not be a single mother and that she will be educated and she will be able to depend on herself. That's my main motivation, for her to break that cycle of uneducated single mothers in our family. I've made promises that I'm going to keep, that I fully intend to keep to her. My first semester at Carolina, I took a public policy class with Dr. Gitterman.
Students like Shannon come in with a very high degree of motivation and sense of purpose. They are grateful for the experience. They've worked very hard to get here.
He introduced me to this book by Dr. Nancy Hoffman, Schooling in the Workplace. She says in that book that Switzerland has the best vocational education and training program in the world. I immediately said, I have to go there. I started writing this proposal almost immediately. And the Center for Global Initiatives funded my grant, so I'm going to Switzerland. My daughter's going to see her dad for 8 weeks. I put her on the plane, and then 2 days later, I leave to go overseas. So I'm packing for her, I'm packing for me.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my soccer. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my soccer. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
May I have your attention, please?
It gets tough. That's life. You barrel through it and pull up by your bootstraps and go to Switzerland.
This will be the first time I've ever flown overseas. It's over about 1 pound. I love it. I'm excited more than anything and curious. Fundamentally, I'll be the same person, but obviously the way that I perceive the world will be much different. When I wrote this proposal for this research project, it started as a very small idea. It grew into this dream. I had to do it. I want to bring back the concepts and the knowledge that I've learned at the Institute back home to North Carolina. Their students are emotionally ready for the workforce. They've been able to explore the workforce before they get there, and they have the opportunity to fail before they get into the real world and they can't support themselves. It's been a growing experience, a learning experience. I've been on top of mountains. I've been sleeping next to a waterfall. I've been on trains, boats. I've done it all. I wanted to share every moment of this experience with her.
Hi! Your face looks whiter.
Even here, when I Skype with her, I try to share that with her, but it's not the same. I'm completely immersed in Swiss life. This weekend, we are Swiss Italian.
Also, carissima. Carissima means my love.
The relationships that I built in a short period of time are the most important to this whole trip.
Interim, it's the same, interim. It's the same, only with a very North Carolina Southern drawl.
You don't have to speak the same language as someone else to build a relationship and connect with them. The Center for Global Initiatives believed in my vision. I now not only have an experience that changes me forever, but also have an opportunity to help other people. I mean, I think that is directly connected to the mission statement of the university. It's extremely important for me to make it through to the other side and then come back and help everyone else navigate their way through. Kaylin transferred from the same community college I transferred from Fayetteville Tech. She just moved to campus August 14th. We can just walk together. So how do you feel about navigating around campus?
Pretty good.
Let me know if you need any more help with the study abroad stuff. Okay. I mean, I think that it's important that when you make it out, that you find a way to make it easier for the people that come behind you. I think that's what our purpose is here. I mean, what's all that struggle for if I'm just going to make it through just to help myself? If I don't reach back and help somebody that's coming behind me, what's it worth?
To make a donation to support first-generation college students at UNC-Chapel Hill, visit www.firstgeneration.unc.edu.